Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, what I want to do here, I don't think we did a 220% video for AGL Broly. But they also, on top of him having a 220%, which I think is, means to make another video on a character, we also have his sick-ass battle motion. And Broly's battle motion looks really good. Especially once we're going to be able to transform him, it's going to look incredible. So I think we'll just do a quick run here, see what some of these stats Broly's going to look like with. Now remember, Broly is on a couple of different 220% teams. He is on LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohans as well. And then, of course, he's on AGL Gogeta's. So, we could do AGL Gogeta shenanigans with him. I mean, I guess we'll just run him in Saw 1 right here. I mean, it's not really going to hurt us too much to do so. Let's just do that. We'll be able to pair Broly up, too, with the Gogeta active skill. I don't know if we'll be able to get the double Gogeta active skill to actually, line up, because we're going to have the other Gogeta up right here. So remember, every super attack Broly does is stacking attack. So that way, once we, transform him and pop his domain, he's going to go really crazy. Broly, I mean, I think at this point, I mean, if we're running him on the team and kind of, hiding him until he transforms, I mean, he could probably still be sort of effective, but obviously, a character, I mean, Broly is about to be a year and a half old at this point. One of the biggest issues he would encounter, I mean, it would depend on the team build and stuff like that, but the fact that he is a domain character, right? In order for him to even transform, we have to trigger his domain. That I think is just one of the more frustrating things, right? Because it's the domain clashing and, standby clashing and stuff, whatever, but for it to prevent a character from being able to do a transformation, though, does feel certainly very shitty. But I don't know, maybe it's a way to keep you from stacking up all the best characters on top of each other for every team or something. I don't know. So once we get to Goku Black and Zamasu, I'm going to try and move a little bit slow if possible. So that way we can kind of, we'll crush the Patara, and do stuff like that. I'll try and set up, I think, the double Gogeta if we can, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so remember, the other thing about the video here is I do want to make it about Broly's battle motion and how fucking sick it is, right? I think, against this Zamasu, I think we could definitely get away with both of them being Gokus to just build up their defense. Oh, but I do want Broly to be able to get a lot of ki, though. I think we'll... I just should make sure that we could get an 18 ki super. That's the biggest thing. But wait, he does get a bunch of ki when he attacks, right? Doesn't Broly get, a massive amount of ki when he attacks? That's something that's actually very, very helpful for us. So we can... Yeah, he does. We could hit this, and then that'll allow us to still get this with Goku 24 ki. Perfect. Okay. So let's just keep stacking up with Broly. So... Yeah, damn, we wouldn't be able to get the double Gogeta turn to happen until turn 10. It's just, I'm not... Yeah, we should be able to keep Goku Black and Zamasu alive. Because it's actually pretty tough, I guess, to set up, the double AGL Gogeta rotation with Broly. Because we couldn't really go into, whatchamacallit, one of these, boss fights that has the immortal HP. Well, I don't, because, if we fought because, okay, all those fights that have the immortal HP, right? There's an immortal boss, and then there's just, a regular boss. Transform Broly, his 12 ki is an AoE. So, we wouldn't be able to really see the full scope of Broly going crazy. I guess we would still see his damage, though, which could be fun. The only thing is, Broly's guard... No, it is permanent. It's just that he loses 5 ki and 100% attack and defense from his intro. So we will lose that. Do I think Broly would be in massive danger against Goku Black and Zamasu? In slot 2, this first turn? Just kind of like try and like hide him for a turn. The domain is also gonna buff Goku Black and Zamasu too. I think I'm gonna try and get away with Broly one more turn afterwards. He is still guarding. We are still gonna have a bunch of additional supers that we could pop up. Hopefully they're not gonna put too much pressure in the second slot. Goku Black and Zamasu, they can do a fair amount of damage though, for sure. Alright, so we'll transform Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then we'll come back on the next rotation. Alright, chat, here we go. I think we're definitely going to need to transform Broly here. I'm not going to be able, I think, to just get away with not doing it. So, yeah. Let's get Vegeta out. Let's break the Potara. Let's do that. I would like to put Goku in slot 1, but what if he doesn't dodge? That'd be very annoying. Well, I guess we could see how Broly could do in slot 1 here. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see, because he does have, remember, extra damage reduction before attacking. Let's pop this. Let's get Broly's transformation, domain, all that stuff out. Alright, and then the other thing is transformed Broly's battle motion, dude. Yeah, now this is crazy, man. Damn, I just, like, you know, these guys were so much fun during the 9th anniversary, but imagine if they had this shit, too. Bro, his looks so good. It's like these big auras like this, with, like, the really big gun, biggest characters. Oh my god, it looks so sick. Alright, Broly, do we think we could take the super? If I'm gonna do this, maybe we just go Gogeta active as well. Because, it's looking a little... Because Broly does get 26% damage reduction before attacking, and he also gets 50% defense when receiving an attack. I think that this might be a little bit past Broly's limits, so... I'm gonna just go ahead and get Gogeta's active out right now. We're just gonna do this, yeah. Hit that. And let's go ahead and drop this again. Let's see, with the Gogeta active, surely Broly is able to sit in slot 1 with Gogeta's active up, right? For sure? I think so. Let's give it a try. I mean, if he gets smoked, he gets smoked. We're at least seeing what his upper, we're seeing how we could do here. Alright, so we'll hit that. Let's hit this as well. And then we got Vegeta back here also. Alright, Broly-sama. Let's see what he can do. I guess he could dodge it. I do have a bit of cheeky dodge on Broly. I think my Broly has the legendary balanced build. 375. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, it is with Gogeta active, but sure, we lived. He's at 38. Okay. Just when you consider that he's like, at what, like 16 months old, it's like, damn, like, he did have a little bit of, he's got a little bit of juice to him. I think what we'll do is I'll hop into a second run, and then maybe we could see Broly juiced up a little bit more with a double Gogeta, like a double Gogeta active skill. Maybe like a turn 10 or something like that, double Gogeta active skill. We're not going to be able to see the full brunt of his barrage, though, in one of those types of fights, because this right here, his 12-key super, is an AoE, right? Which we finally have seen them put to a difficult boss in the Battle Hard and Formidable Foes, right? That Broly. Yeah, look, and he just goes and goes and goes and goes. Combine like this aura and this swagger with the battle motion. Oh! Man. I can't wait for 2027, baby. This guy EZA's in 2027, and he's gonna be... That boy is gonna be sick, dude. Alright, I think we'll probably just finish this run up, and then we'll do a secondary turn where we could see him. Remember, Broly is like a, you know, a big villain unit, but I mean, he's obviously a Saiyan. You know, he's got all these Saiyan links, you know, very common things on this team. Prodigy, Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Those 6 links. He's also got Berserker. Berserker is not, we're not really going to see that up, but those other 6 links, I mean, we're going to have a lot of those up often, right? There's a lot of characters running around that have the Prodigy's link too. So, yeah, okay, Broly looking decent. Okay, we'll finish this fight up. Remember, Broly's domain is up right now too, which gives extreme class enemies and allies to 10% attack and defense. So it is buffing Goku Black and Zamasu. And then there's another 10% for Exploding Rage or movie bosses characters, which Goku Black and Zamasu are not on. And then an extra 10% damage received by superclass enemies and allies. So that part of the domain is only hurting us and having no impact on the boss. Alright, we'll come back for Broly's next turn. I don't think it's very likely that we're going to die at any point in this. I don't think so. So we'll just come back next turn and keep going with Broly. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and get our next turn in. So without the Gogeta active skill, I don't think it would be a good idea to test out. Oh, they're also in there. Well, are they? Well, I guess now, because they're going to be getting the buff from the domain, I think that they're in their other super attack where they do the slash, which means that they're going to be a little bit scarier here. All right, let's get another turn for Broly, right? And then we'll get a big juice turn for him. Remember, these videos, I mean, we are looking at him, you know, with a full 220% buff, but also the battle motion, right? Like, I think if a big-time character gets a battle motion like this, I'll do a video on them. But it's like most of the characters that have, like, received battle motions, like, it's like, I don't know, like, at AGL, PyCon's EZA got one, but it was, like, 2 days after his EZA, right? Like, it's like, all right, let's see. We're going to be good right there, yeah. They are doing their big attack. All right, now, is Broly going to be okay against these normals? I do not know for sure. Broly does get 50% defense when receiving an attack. No, he has to be, right? He has to be. And then he gets 50% defense from his 18 key, and he gets 30% defense from his 12 key. But the thing is, Broly is just rocking guard and defense. He doesn't have damage reduction unless he's in slot 1, or I guess unless he's going to get hit by an AoE. Right, because he gets 26% damage reduction before attacking. But that's also only when his domain is up. Alright, well, let's see. Let's see what Broly does. 24 right there this time. Okay. Broly-sama. Alright, and he has a lot of supers, right? He does his first one. Then we get a guaranteed additional super. Then he gets another guaranteed additional super when you have 18 key. Then he gets another additional super at 24 key. And he could do the hit on potential system additional super. In this guy's heyday, like, it's like bosses like couldn't even live this, right? Like, people were using this Broly like, we need bosses with more HP. And then, you know, flash forward to now, and people are saying the bosses have too much HP. Like, dude, that happened. That's literally a fact. Literally a fact. That is exactly what happened. All right, let's see. Okay, good dodge. Yeah, so he is taking damage. Yeah. See, that's the difference. Like, these, like, you know, 9th anniversary era characters and previous and stuff like that, you know, they're not quite all the way there. I mean, that's not the worst ever. Goku Black and Zamasu are hitting very hard, but obviously it's not good to be taking damage from normals, right? Not really much of a fan of that. And, like, damage from normals when we're in slot 2, I should also say, right? Like, if we had him in, like, slot 1 or something like that, sure. Now, remember, this boss, Goku Black and Zamasu, though, at this point of the fight, they are very scary. Like, they're very strong at this point. They hit really, really hard. All right, so it looks like we're going to clear this. Let's go ahead and head on over to... You know what? Maybe I'll just do the other Goku Black and Zamasu fight. Yeah, that is where we'll go. We'll come back on maybe like turn 10, turn 11, turn 12, somewhere around there, and we'll drop a double Gogeta active for Broly and get like just a little bit of a bigger attack stat and finish up. Alright guys, we'll go and end the video like this. I mean, I could have gone a lot longer, right? Like, we could have just kept stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking with Broly. We have 11 supers right here. Remember, that is 11 stacks right here. Let's go ahead and transform Broly. We'll double AGL Gogeta active, and let's see what Broly's going to be putting up for us. Alright, so we got our domain out. Was there like a little glitch there? What the hell was that? Alright, whatever. Okay, so we'll have Broly here. Remember, Broly's going to have a decent amount of solid links up as well. Let's pop both of the Gogeta active skills, and then Broly's stats are going to get pretty crazy. Now, again, we'll see how many super attacks we're actually going to be able to put down here, because remember, Broly's 12 key is an AoE, right? So what's going to happen here is Broly is going to start to eviscerate Goku Black with the AoE, right? So that's why sometimes it can be hard to ridiculously stack up with a character like Broly. Alright, so here we go. So Broly's stats looking quite a bit better here. Let's let the boy go to town here. Broly, my man, how are we doing? Let's see what he's gonna do. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like Broly's fallen off a bit, though, right? Like, him taking, slot 2 damage from those normals was certainly not really, you know, what I'd like to see, right? But to be fair, 61 million. Okay, wow, yeah. 61. I'll definitely take that, man. I will definitely take that. Broly-sama. All right, how many do you have in you, Broly? Let's go. 44, okay. So remember, this is hitting both Zamasu and Goku Black because this is an AoE right here. Yup. Okay, yeah, so Broly could have kept going, but it looks like this super right here is going to actually finish the fight off. The Devastator Broly. So, I mean, it's certainly more fun using Broly right now. You know, him having the battle motion. If any major characters get battle motions added, you guys best believe we will be coming back to, you know, drop a video, right? Like, I don't know, battle motion to me is just such a cool thing that Dokkan has added with kind of like the Dokkan 2 update. So, let me know what you guys think of LR 9th Anniversary AGL Broly, you know, under the 220% leader skill with his new battle motions. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.